So we are officially back from our vacation to Europe. Some of you may not even have known that we went away because we were still posting videos while we were away. But today is the first official day back in the saddle. In the saddle? On the saddle? I don't know how to say that. But we went to Venice,
Rome, and Greece.
It was
12 days.
That was a long trip.
It was. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Couldn't say better things about it.
Yeah, we had a great time, and we actually sold some stuff on eBay while we were away. We've got like 8 or 9 things to get pull packed and shipped out today. We just did a Whatnot show. We sold, was it 40 things?
Mm-hmm.
I think we have 40 things that we got to get packed up and go out there. So we will kind of do that in today's video. But we'll also have some footage that we filmed, I think, while we were in Rome. We went to a couple thrift stores there. Very expensive. We ended up buying one thing, but we'll still show you the footage anyway. So let's jump into that, and then we'll catch up with you guys in just a bit. We have found a thrift store in the middle of Rome. I've never seen one quite like this before. I'm not sure what the prices are going to be. We got a Burberry coat.
It's a small store too.
Yeah, I mean the store is literally seeping out.
The whole thing of Birkenstocks, $35 each.
$35 a piece. Honestly, that's not terrible.
I mean, that's what you pay on eBay, probably.
Yeah. What is this? The Bridge. Seems like a nice.
Yeah, there's some nice leather bags up here.
Yeah, this is cool. Let's take a peek in here. It's like walking through a maze. We got jerseys, coats, motorcycle jackets. Oh, this old like leather jacket. Oh, Philadelphia Eagles. How much is it?
I don't know.
Size medium. Is there a big eagle in the back?
There's a big eagle in the back.
Oh, that's so cool.
Big puffer. I don't know the price. It just has that. So.
I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna take it up to and ask. Ciao. How much is this?
60.
60. That's not bad. We got room for that in the.
Worth it for 60. I do not have room for it in mine.
I don't know. We'll see. It's really hard to film in here because it's so. I don't have the GoPro with us. We're just filming on our phone, and this place is absolutely packed. I mean, just filled to the brim. Got a cool leather jacket here. I figured the prices would be kind of expensive, but $60 for that Eagles jacket, I don't think that's terrible.
I know, if only we had room for it.
Yeah, our biggest issue is like room in the suitcase because we're already checking 2 bags. I mean, ton of like leather motorcycle jackets.
All of these up here are like these, like, what do you call these? They're like the German suspenders.
Oh, lederhosen?
Yeah,
maybe?
there's a ton of them.
Yeah, we're
They're
next to
super cool.
Germany.
Like
Germany's.
$80.
I just don't know what the market value is on these.
I
I wonder if he'll give us a deal if we buy all those Birkenstocks. What do you do for the whole bucket? I think Haley might have found the first thing we're gonna buy. What is it?
It's a UCLA. It's dated 1986 on there, and it has a back hit as well.
Yeah, very cool.
It's on a super shirts made in
Super
USA.
shirts made in USA.
Size medium.
What was it?
Got some
35.
staining, and this is a little stretched, but I think that's really cool.
I think it's cool. I mean, it's like 40 years old at this point.
Yeah.
35, 40 years old. $35. I found this. So I'm trying to look for small things. It says Australia, but it's like an official, like Australian bush hat. There we go. I don't even know if you can see that. I've never seen anything like it. It seems very high quality though, but it's 45. So yours is a better deal. Yeah. We've made our final decisions. We put the UCLA sweatshirt back. I forgot that it was in euros.
Yeah, it'll be like
and euros
40
are like 40 US dollars. This even with euros, I still think this Eagles jacket would be worth it, but I just don't think we have room for it. And we already have 2 check bags, so I just don't think we can squeeze it in there. The prices here are just like it's good for personal, but it's really tough to find stuff to flip. But a lot of cool stuff. Like I got that. I see that Michelin Man patch on that jacket right there. I thought that was really cool. I don't know what the jacket looks like because I can't get it down. But just all sorts of really cool stuff. We got a ton of Doc Martens, a ton of Birkenstocks, all this is like NFL stuff. Yeah.
Made in Italy stuff.
Yeah, there was a Fendi tie. All the ties are $5, and there's this Fendi tie over here. I thought about getting that, but if I'm gonna buy a Fendi tie, I want it to have like this logo everywhere. Yeah, I just don't know if it would. Ties are just so tough sell these days. I've come to another thrift store. It's actually just down the street from this one. Very similar in style. I think this one is. I don't even know. I was going to try to come up with some difference, but this was pretty much exactly like the other one. Maybe not quite as crowded. They did have this really cool, I thought it was a Harley Davidson jacket, but it's just a jacket with this Harley patch on the sleeve. A bomber jacket, but it is $250, 250 euros, which is like $275. So that's a little rough. But we did find a t-shirt for 30. That's really cool, and I'm gonna try to negotiate a little bit. What? Ooh, Disney. Let's see some Disney
Yeah,
down there.
I was going to show you, there's a whole thing of Disney, like Florida. There's a July 4th from 2001, and they're all 30 euros.
30 euros. I told Ailey we could have a whole business just like thrifting stuff in the United States and bringing it here and selling it to these shop owners, because if they're actually getting like, you know, $35, $40 for Disney t-shirts, shout out to all you guys in Florida. They could find those for $3, $4, $5 a piece. 30 euros, Levi's, front and back.
Yeah.
What size is it?
Probably medium or so.
I think it's
Large?
tagged large, but it's like a vintage large, so kind of like a
Yeah.
medium. Are the prices negotiable at all?
If you pay cash, maybe, yeah.
Cash? This is 30. I was gonna see if we could do 20 cash.
25 cash.
24?
Sorry.
I'll do 25. Yeah. So Haley and I are walking through here. We just made our first thrift store purchase. Very excited about that. I saw this sign. Have you ever tried buffalo milk-based gelato? And my brain immediately went to like hot wings. I'm like, oh, like a spicy gelato. But then I
it's
realized
buffalo
it's gelato made with buffalo milk. But I thought it was like hot sauce
Hey, it's a
gelato.
two-minute walk.
Should we try it? We've come to another shop. This is like more high-end vintage. Oh, look at that cool Hulk sculpture. I just saw that. That's not as cool as the one Retro Rick has. We got kind of excited because we found these really cool Carhartt jackets, but then I quickly realized that they are definitely fake. You can see that crooked stitching and everything. They're probably
There's
just,
like 7 of them.
yeah,
8
they're
of them.
like custom almost.
Yeah.
It's like somebody took a bunch of fabric and then just like sewed in some
Yeah.
Carhartt labels.
Like this is like mossy oak or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, not real at all. And look how bad, look how bad that looks. It's terrible. So just leaving the vintage shop looking for somewhere to eat, and I think this is, well, there's definitely something old and ancient right there. There's some columns and stuff. I just don't know what it is. I think the Colosseum is over that way somewhere. Also, I was walking and I found a euro on the ground. Normally when we find change on the ground, it's like, you know, a quarter at best. But this is worth like, well, like $1.10 or something.
$1, right?
Yeah, this will get us a little sous vide. Here's a much better picture of like some ruins. Again, I have no idea what any of this is, but it's definitely old. Hopefully I don't drop my phone down there. I think the Colosseum is further that way, maybe. We didn't see the Colosseum that day, but we did have a guided tour of it the next day scheduled, and it was absolutely incredible. This was just one of those things that you have to see before you die. We also saw the Trevi Fountain. Unfortunately, it wasn't on, like the water wasn't flowing. I think they were cleaning it or something, but either way, really cool. I did take a few more clips of the trip on my Instagram story, and I saved those to like a little highlight. So if you guys want to see those, definitely go check it out. But I do want to give a quick shout out to our friend Ellie. She's on Instagram at Ellie's_travelbug, and she was the travel agent that booked this entire trip for us. We found her through a recommendation. I actually posted on my Instagram asking for a travel agent that somebody had used and recommended. Found her, and she has been fantastic. She booked the entire trip for us. We literally just said, we want to go to Italy, maybe Greece. Here's the rough dates, book everything. I mean, she did hotels, she did flights, she did restaurant reservations, excursions. We didn't have to lift a single finger, and it was a very affordable trip. This trip was actually slightly cheaper than the trip we took to Iceland last year. So obviously that worked out. So if you guys are looking to take a trip pretty much anywhere in the world, definitely check her out on Instagram, again, at Ellie's_travelbug. Couldn't be happier with her. I'll talk more about this later on in today's video, but we are going to be doing a big Whatnot show this Sunday. I think it's May 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Ton of stuff from our Disney haul, as well as a ton of giveaways from the Disney haul, between 30 and 50 totally free items. So if you guys haven't downloaded the Whatnot app yet, definitely do so with the link in the description down below. You get $15 off your first purchase, but again, we'll talk more about that later on. So we actually have 7 orders on eBay that we've sold over the last, I don't know, couple days or so, 2 or 3 days. First up is a dress. While we were kind of waiting around at the airport, I opened up the eBay app and I just found a couple things that have been listed for a really long time, and then like a D-list and sell similar, just to kind of refresh the item. And this was one of the things that I did that to, and it sold the very next day. So it had been listed probably like 8 or 9 months at this point. I did drop the price a good bit, but it's a little, was it Anthropology?
Yes, Anthropology. It's like an apron tie dress or something, but it sold for $18 plus shipping.
I'm pretty sure this was part of our $7,000 women's clothing haul. So it's been listed for a while, but finally getting out of here.
Next up is another piece of clothing from that $7,000 haul. I think this is it. Yeah, Aerie plus Alley. This is a size medium. Is this like a let's see.
It's like a
It's
fringe
a,
blouse.
Knit blouse, yes. And this actually also sold for $18 plus shipping over on eBay.
Next item going out is a hat, and I think this sold to a viewer of the YouTube channel. His name is Josh. I don't want to give out any more information than that, but great name, Josh. I definitely like that. It was a Miami Heat hat. I think it's this one. It's just the one with like the basketball little hoop thing. Okay, so this one has been listed a long time. There's actually some dust on it. I have to get it cleaned off. But Josh, we appreciate the support. This one sold for
$9.60 plus shipping.
I must have like sent an offer on something on that because $9.60 is such a weird price to. I wouldn't have listed it for $9.60. So Josh, thanks for the support. And this will be at your house probably by the time you watch this video.
Next eBay sale is the best one by far of the day. It is over here in the Q bin, and it is one of our more valuable items, I guess I would say, from that huge Disney haul that we did. This is a very rare because it's from Toys R Us, only at Toys R Us, which is no longer a thing. Star Wars Battle of Geonosis Jedi Knights. This new in-box figure right here sold for $199. Yeah, $199 on eBay plus shipping. Shout out Joseph.
Joseph, thanks, Joseph. All in $223. That was after shipping, everything like that. We do charge the buyer shipping on pretty much everything. I don't think we have anything listed on our eBay store that has free shipping at the moment. The last thing was the most expensive item, but this next one is the coolest, in my opinion. This is the Bug Assault Rifle. I actually found one at a garage sale maybe like a month and a half, 2 months ago for a couple bucks. And then Haley found this one the next week at the Goodwill Bins. Very cool. They retail for about $50 on eBay, on Amazon. So used condition, we listed this for 25 bucks and it sold within like 2 or 3 days. A very, very fast seller. Very, very cool.
Josh highly recommends this gun. It was very cool too. Like you just said that you just got yours, and I found it and I was like, I immediately knew what it was because you had one.
Yep.
If for that, I would have just like kept going.
I don't know if you guys know, but you basically put salt in the top, like table salt in the top, and then it just pumps and like shoots a pretty powerful like spray of salt at the bugs and it kills them. Very nice. I don't need 2 of them, so hopefully this is enjoyed by the next owner.
The next find is something that Josh found at the Goodwill Bins, and he found it and he was like, oh yeah, that's really, really cool. I'm just gonna pick it up. But we didn't know it was actually worth some pretty good money. So it is I'll take it out of the bubble wrap in a second when I get back over here, but it is a set of 4 Longhorn Steakhouse knives. And they look like that. Have the Longhorn logo right there. And these sold for $35 plus shipping for the set of 4.
The buyer's all in $46.66. How did somebody come to own these and then lose interest and donate them to Goodwill? I don't know. I'm not going to assume that they stole them from Longhorn Steakhouse. Maybe Longhorn Steakhouse was having a yard sale or something. And the last eBay item of the day is a TI-84 Plus calculator. I think it's a blue one. Picked it up at a yard sale. Lady wanted $20 for it. We offered her $15 and she accepted. Has a cover, the charge cord, all the stuff with it. We want to sell it pretty fast, and these don't sell for quite as much as they used to. So this one sold for $35 plus shipping. Buyers all in $47.95. So not a ton of profit, but super fast seller if you price them right. So fast forward one day, yesterday after we got done pulling the eBay orders, we took a little bit of time just to kind of get readjusted from the jet lag. We're still kind of getting used to that, but I took the time to photograph and list 8 items on our eBay store, just really specific things that needed a specific buyer that wouldn't really do well and whatnot. And one of those things I listed was this Ping beryllium copper lob wedge. You know, it's beryllium copper when it's like this dark brown kind of color. We picked this up at a garage sale about a month ago. This guy had a big bag of like old clubs. None of them were really worth anything except this one. I was expecting to get maybe $50, maybe up to $60 for it, but it turns out it's worth a lot more than that. I had some comps that were coming in as high as like $125 plus shipping, but I wanted to sell it quickly, move stuff out, give somebody a good deal. So we listed it for $100 plus shipping, and it sold super fast, like within maybe 2 or 3 hours. The buyer was all in $142.27 because eBay charged them $30.57 in shipping, and they were only in Colorado, and we're in South Carolina. So I don't know what went wrong there. Usually when I list golf clubs on eBay, we'll do a 2 pound for the weight of the package. And then for the dimensions, we usually do like a 10 by 10 by 10. A golf club is obviously not going to fit in a 10 by 10 by 10 box, but when eBay uses that information to calculate the shipping price, that usually is pretty accurate. Like for Colorado, I was expecting them to charge maybe $15 to $18 in shipping. So I don't know what went wrong there. I did realize yesterday that a lot of the times when I was listing things, it kept changing it from ground advantage shipping to like parcel select, like some other shipping profile. I caught it 2 or 3 times. So maybe there was a shipping glitch that was going on. So even after, they were all in $142. So after fees and shipping and everything, we still made $104.77. So the buyer overpaid shipping by like over $20. Normally I don't really mess with sending people partial refunds if they overpay by shipping, by a little bit, but over $20 is kind of steep, I think. I was going to ask you guys what you would do in this situation, but I decided to just go ahead and send them a shipping discount. Anyway, you can just send a partial refund, just a little message explaining, I don't know why that's charged you so much, but I was able to ship it for a lot cheaper. What I love now about eBay is that in the past, if you sent somebody a partial refund, they would not refund you any of the eBay fees associated with that. So, for easy math, let's say you sold something for exactly $100, eBay fees, for the sake of this argument, let's say it's 10%, even though it's not. Let's say it's 10%, so that's $10. But then if you refunded somebody $50 for some reason, you wouldn't get that $5 in fee back. You would end up paying more in fees. So it's hard to explain. But now they do like refund you the eBay fees on any partial refunds you send. So I'm sending the buyer $15, and I only have to pay $12.98 because they're taking the other money out of the eBay fees that they took, which is a really good change. I'm happy they finally did that. I'll tell you what though, my head has been spinning the last couple days. We're just trying to get the business going again, but we just have so many different things going on. We've got the flip house that we really need to get finished. Haley's actually over there right now. She's painting the primary bedroom and cleaning up stuff a little bit. We're very close. If I can just go over there and just have like 6 to 8 hours, basically like one full work day there where I'm just really focused and motivated, and it can get kind of frustrating sometimes because I'm not a construction worker. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So it just takes time to like make sure I'm measuring things correctly, make sure I'm not making the wrong cuts, make sure I'm installing it properly, usually having to call Dean a couple times to get his help for a couple things. So I don't know. We just need to really focus and knock that out pretty quickly. We're leaving again in like 2 weeks from now to go to our summer camp that Haley and I volunteer at. We'll be there for like 8 days. So now we got to kind of finish the house and keep making YouTube videos, make some extra YouTube videos so we can have some to post while we're there. And then like 2 weeks after we get back from that is when Haley goes to Honduras on the mission trip for a while. I think she'll be there 10 days this year. So there's just a lot going on. We haven't been to the booth. I haven't checked on the gumball machine in like a month. It might even be out of gumballs. I don't know. I think we're going to go there tomorrow and film, maybe go to the Benz and Benz and booth, make a little vlog video about that. But there's a lot going on. I was able to play golf this morning though, right? Regardless of everything we have going on. I was like, Haley, I just got to go get back on the course. I think it's an addiction. I haven't played in about just over 2 weeks. So I went out there. We had our early tee time. We teed off at like 7:30, so I was able to be home by about noon. So it's only half the day, and it was worth it. I shot a 78, which if you don't know, that's good. That's the best I've ever played at that course, Oak Hills Golf Course in Columbia, South Carolina. Highly recommend you guys check that out. But it's just a lot going on, and we don't want to like work ourselves into the ground. I'm not just going to work all the time. We got to take time to enjoy life a little bit, not get too stressed. What's the point of working for yourself if you feel like you're just stressed out all the time, So yesterday, at the beginning of today's video, I said we were going to do a whatnot show to get things moving again. And we actually did 2 yesterday and 1 today. The first one we did yesterday was like 40 random items, like stuff we had stockpiled for the YouTube videos we posted before or while we were in Europe. So we just want to liquidate and move some stuff, make some room for more stuff we're going to buy this week. We sold 40 items total, and it was a smaller turnout than usual. We did it early in the morning. It was like 10 o'clock Eastern time. And sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not so good. Today, maybe not so good. 40 items sold for a total of $296.03 after fees, which isn't terrible, but one item individually sold for $54. So that was like a big bulk of the revenue. It was a set of 3 chirp wheels, those like back stretching, cracking wheels, whatever. It's like, I don't know, $80 to $100 or so on Amazon. We got them at the bins like 9 months ago. Kim actually found them while she was cleaning the warehouse while we were gone. Those sold for $52. And everything else is just, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle t-shirt sold for $5. Some Choco boots sold for $8. I think we sold a Starbucks tumbler for $5. So a lot of lower sales, but we moved stuff out. You guys got some good deals. That's always a good thing in our book. The second whatnot show we did yesterday, as well as the show we did today, was all mainly Disney pins and other like small Disney items like keychains and things like that. To date, since our big Disney haul last, I think it was September or October of last year, what we initially thought was 5,000 items that we bought for $10,000. So far, we have sold over 10,000 items. So as we sell things, we get a more accurate representation of how much stuff was actually involved, like individual items as small as ink pens, Disney pens, whatever, up to like hats and plush. So we've already sold over 10,000 individual items, and we still have a ton of stuff left. We have this whole shelf here. We got princess dolls, Star Wars hats. This is like some wallets and lounge flies down here. This is probably, I don't know, 200 items there. We've got all these bins over here that Kim was nice enough to organize for us. Beanies, pins, keychains. We've got this whole shelf over here of mainly graphic novels. I think there's some magazines down here and some, I think this is all comic books up top. So that's another, I don't know, at least 200 or 300 items there. One more shelf of Christmas ornaments that we still haven't sold, all these action figures. And then to top it off, we still have 2 plastic tubs of Disney pins, probably at least another 500 Disney pins. And usually when we do Disney pin shows, we only sell 50 pins. Sometimes we do 100, but usually it's 50 just to keep it, you know, quick. And so if we do 50 per show at 500, we still have 10 more shows just of Disney pins. And then after that, we still have all that stuff over there. So this haul has just been the craziest buy. I haven't updated the spreadsheet we have for it in a while, but last time I checked, we were at like $115,000 in profit, and that was maybe like 2 months ago. So I think we're probably up to probably 120, 125,000 in profit at this point, still with all this stuff left to go. So it's been awesome. I don't really get the whole Disney pin thing. Like Haley and I don't collect the Disney pin, but people love it. And to be honest, I love it too, because they're easy to sell, they're easy to ship. They usually sell for pretty good money, like $10 to $15 on average. We got, you know, like some classic ones. We got a Bambi. I don't know if you can see that. Let me pull the camera a little bit closer here. We got a Bambi, we got some Marvel, like Black Panther, stuff like that. And some of these, you know, we get a lot of repeat buyers on Whatnot and people that are buying for their collection. And they've gotten some really good deals. You know, they can find retired pens or pens that are, you know, $20, $30, $40 on eBay, and they can come buy it for us for $10. You know, this cool Jack Skellington. This is actually a glow-in-the-dark Jack Skellington. That one's been really cool. Oh, this one's really neat. It's like a Disney Cruise Line pen. So it looks like a little passport, and then you open it up, and it's like a Mickey passport. He's got his ID in there, or Mickey ID right there. Very nice. I don't even remember finding one of these. It's so funny because even though we've had this stuff for 7-8 months at this point, I'm still finding unique individual pins in these boxes that we haven't seen before. I'll probably spend some time in the next couple weeks just going back over our Google sheet that we have for this haul, just to give you an accurate number. I mean, obviously at this point, it's by far the most profitable purchase we've ever made, but it will be cool to actually know the accurate numbers on how much profit we truly made from this haul. Well worth the 2 different trips we had to take going back and forth to North Carolina with 2 different U-Hauls to get all that stuff. If you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. I think it's one of the best videos we've posted in terms of like a haul, you know. Definitely check it out. It'll be linked in the description of the video down below. I think our next big Whatnot show with a lot of this Disney stuff will be this Sunday, May 26th. I think that's the date. Maybe like 7 p.m. Eastern time, something like that. We'll have a little bit for everybody. We'll do some plush, some hats, some Star Wars stuff. Lounge. This is a cool like Loungefly bag with the, I think it's the mouse from Dumbo. Brand new Loungefly. We'll run that for $1. It'll be pretty fast too, probably 10 to 15 second auctions, just keep things moving, super fast paced. We're also going to do a ton of giveaways. I want to do like 30 to 50 giveaways in this show, because obviously this haul has been a huge blessing to us, and we would love to pass that blessing on to you guys by giving away a bunch of it for free. If you haven't downloaded the Whatnot app yet, you definitely do so by clicking the link in the description of the video down below, and new users do get $15 off their first purchase. You can use it with us, getting a cool thing like, you know, a little Mickey Mouse 60th anniversary Christmas ornament. This one's really cool. It's got like lights on it. If you pull out the battery thing, and like it's got all the 4 Disney parks in the world. Really cool there. Or you can use your credit to buy something from anybody else on Whatnot. I would actually highly encourage you guys to use that credit to check out some other smaller sellers on Whatnot. There are a lot of sellers nowadays. It's very easy to get approved to sell on Whatnot. It's not nearly as hard as it used to be, but because of that, it's tough to get customers to come to your show. So to get people in and to buy stuff, usually sellers are offering really good stuff for pretty cheap, like cheaper than thrift store prices. So there's a lot of opportunity where you can buy stuff really cheap for personal use and just get a really good deal. Or in some cases, you can buy stuff and even after you pay for shipping and taxes, it's still profitable. So you can flip it on another website or even on your own Whatnot page. We do that all the time. I find sellers that just want to buy something to support them, get a hat or something for $3. We get it. It's in great shape. We sell it for 15 or whatever. So there's a lot of different opportunities like that, especially if you're in Europe. Like you guys saw the thrift footage earlier in today's video. Like Europe is pretty expensive to thrift in, and Whatnot is also in Europe, in the UK and Germany and all those places like that. So you can buy stuff on Whatnot, and even after you pay the shipping, which is kind of expensive, and tax and all that stuff, in some cases it's probably still cheaper than what you could get at some of those vintage shops that like the ones that we went to. So definitely check out Whatnot. We definitely appreciate them and everything they've offered our business and the opportunities we've gotten because of them in the last couple of years. And I definitely think you guys will like it from a buying or selling standpoint as well. In other news, good news actually, I got the property tax bill in the mail for the flip house, and it's not our primary residence. So obviously I was expecting to pay more. Like I thought it was gonna be between $1,800 and $2,500 or so, but it was less than $500. It was like $490 or something. I didn't think that was accurate, so I called the county office or whatever and told them like, hey, this is not our main house. This is an investment property. I don't think this bill's right. And she double checked it. She's like, yeah, that's right, because I think they said something about the homestead exemption from the previous owner like carried over for the first year. I've never heard of that, but I said, are you sure? And she said yes, and I went ahead and paid the bill. So I think it was like $495 or something. So I don't know if I'm gonna take that out of the house flip budget. Let me know if I should. It's not really a flip cost, but it is a cost associated with the house. And I haven't been taking out like the electricity and water bill that we've been paying there either. So I don't know, am I cheating? Maybe, I don't think so, but definitely drop a comment down below and let me know. But that was really good news because I was expecting to pay a lot more. So that was nice to hear that we at least have 1 year of that exemption kind of carrying over to us. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Super excited to get back in the stirrups of business and make some more videos, maybe go to the bins or something. We actually didn't buy anything in this video. We showed you footage of the thrifting in Europe, but we didn't actually go to the bins or anything. So it's nice to post a video where we don't have to keep going like buying more and more inventory. But we'll get back to that in the next video, I'm sure. Thank you guys again for watching. You're the best. We'll catch you on the next one.